Welcome to the J.R. Hendrick Takes and Gentlemen, the podcast that deals with the early life of J.R. Hendrick. And now, narrating power play in a community, Jimmy and J.R. Hendrick. Now we're beginning with the October 17th of 1994. Forgive me, I've been 21st century. Anyway, 5 p.m. Central. Eventful day it was. Beyond attending class and taking notes with a new typewriter, I went into the arcade at Sneed Hall because Charlie had introduced me to a new arcade video game he was certain I'd fall in love with. Kadash. Now, that game I certainly did. But then at 3:30, I went up to the library to study with Jennifer Powers. And now I decided to study some more alone. Taking better notes for my classes. And she went out and in the front lounge of the Center for the Visually Impaired and bumped into Dave Smith. "What's happening with you?" Dave asked. "You know how important I am to JR. You're his roommate and one of his closest friends. If it weren't for you, Brent Clark wouldn't choose to run in campus politics and be the next editor. It's an unspoken rule with him. If I be close to JR, you're a part of the package deal. He needs me," Jennifer said. Dave sat down across from her. "No secret. He wants to marry you." That's when I came out and we discussed some topics from my economics class. I asked Jennifer to meet me at the Saltgrass Steakhouse for dinner. 6 p.m. Eastern. At Virginia Beach, Jim arrives at the airport. He whizzes past security, easy, and gets onto his plane. Getting onto the plane, he sits in the back compartment on one of the couches. And by 6:25 p.m., the plane takes off. 7 p.m. Eastern. Jim's plane lands in Washington, D.C., and he gets into his Chrysler for a 30-minute drive back to the mansion. 6:30 p.m. Dave and Brent run towards Dave's car outside the library. I've been waiting for hours to talk about politics," Brent said, getting into the car. "Good to see you, man." There was a short pause. "Man, you won't believe what girls I got going for the roller skating party tomorrow night. My girlfriend Jessie and Sandra, Alexandria, and Paula and Catherine." Brent, What are you trying to prove? I got conservative women that want to flock to me. Look, I only want Jessie. But these are the girls to get me on the Raider editorial board. And at that note, Brent, we are having dinner, Dave said, driving to Saltgrass Steakhouse. 7 p.m. Central. Quite exhilarated, I took Jennifer out on a date to Saltgrass Steakhouse. I ordered a bone-in ribeye with some mashed potatoes, asparagus, and German chocolate cake for dinner. 7:55 p.m. Jennifer and I are sitting in the library, and she's reading a little bit to me from the public affairs textbook. All of a sudden, she stops the tape and pulls back from sitting beside me. Are you about to ask the question? Jennifer asked. I would be honored to have you as my wife. The only way you get that is to ask the right way. So ask the right way. 8 p.m. Central. In the living room, Gordon Hall, Dave Smith talks to Elizabeth Marie, who requests that he send pictures of the roller skating party for tomorrow night. 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Jim and Betsy are in the bed, trying to get some sleep, but something's heavy on Betsy's heart, and so she needs to talk. Can we please talk? Betsy said. Give me what's wrong, Jim said. I know we have that reception for Jack Robertson tomorrow. Tomorrow night. But I need to ask a favor. I know you want me to travel with you, but I need to see my mama, please. Please let me go home to Swainfield and my mama while you're traveling. I don't understand it, Betsy. I wanted you to come with me, but you do need to see your mama. So I'll agree to it. 9:35 p.m. Eastern. Amy, Kathleen, and Christine return from having an evening with Forever and Sarge. And even though Amy Kathleen admits that she had a very good time, she admits that she has to say her late night prayers. Annoyed, Christine goes to her room. 9:40 p.m. Eastern. Forever and Sarge go into Sarge's suite. For one more bedtime kiss. Sarge learns that on his 18th birthday, he will inherit $1.9 million trust fund. Forever congratulates him and walks to the door. 2:40 a.m. Eastern. Jim wakes up and goes into the green room to watch some TV. 2:30 a.m. Eastern. In the front lounge, Jim sits there and thinks about the testimony he has before Congress. The press conference this afternoon and tonight's reception with Jack Robertson. Who would be staying with them until early Thursday morning, when he decided to return to teach at Texas Tech. 6 a.m. Central. Relaxing at the Texas Tech fountain at the entrance, I decided to place a family conference call to talk to everyone at breakfast. Something which Mama had asked me to participate in. The recorded conversation, well, it went a little something like this. Just to give me some time to get together. Daddy, Mama, glad we got you here on the phone, JR. We decided to go ahead and put you on speakerphone. A few things to say.
Hey, JR, I got a call, I got a letter, email from Maddie. She seems everybody seems to be happy on the ranch. Sometimes I really miss that place. You know that?
I know. Well, you know, Daddy, I understand you got that reception with Jack Robertson. You know, you might consider coming down here for a few days and see Clark. We got better things to do, boy, besides sitting pedal floors. I got a lot of things to do in Washington, D.C. What were you up to last night? Oh, that's pretty easy, Daddy. I had dinner with Jennifer Bowers last night. We were studying the relationship between public affairs and business.
I like your roommate friend, Dave Smith.
Well, I'm sure you do. Listen, Marie, you need to know how I feel about my brother. It's not on my phone some of the time. Well, all right, JR.
JR, I appreciate what you do.
Well, sure. I mean, no problem, Mama.
I love you. You take care of yourself, okay? Stay dry. I've been hearing that there's been a lot of rain there today, in the past couple of days.
Yeah, and I hope it's better soon. Well, super. $7:15 p.m. Eastern. In the mansion garage, Amy Kathleen tried to talk to Christine. I'm sorry about last night, Christine, Amy Kathleen said. I don't have time to talk now, Amy Kathleen. I gotta go to school, Christine said, curt-like, getting into her father's van, passenger side, and slamming the door as it backs out of the garage. Meanwhile, in the mansion dining room, Jim is scolding Elizabeth Marie. Don't you be talking on that phone all hours of the night. And you'll make sure you get your schoolwork done here tonight before midnight. You dig? Jim said. Jim and Betsy shoot icy glares at each other. 6:35 a.m. Eastern. Cinnamon rolls. By the way, this is October 18th. Cinnamon rolls was being served for breakfast at the Holy Spirit Club. Well, after I got off the phone with my cousin, Elizabeth Marie, well, actually, I think I better play that phone conversation. As long as we ain't got no stupid commercial afterwards. Elizabeth Marie, need to talk to you.
What's going on, Jim?
This is going on. I prefer that you not share any emails about Madison. Since you do that, it's making Mama kind of homesick, and, well, Daddy kind of needs her to side.
She told me she's going home to visit your brother and your grandma at the ranch. Did you ask Jennifer Bowers to marry you?
No, not yet. Still working up the courage.
Jeremy Sampson. So I'm very healthy. There's only a matter of time for you to see it yourself.
I love you. Talk to you later. Bye. 6:35 a.m. Cinnamon rolls was being served for breakfast at the Holy Spirit Club. Well, after I got off the phone with my cousin, Elizabeth Marie, and I sat down next to Stoney Rosen. Did you talk to Charlie lately? Stoney asked. I think he's got a bigger web to weave. I think he's got a bigger web to weave than sitting there quibbling with Charlie. When he seen Jennifer Bowers about to pop the question, and his cousin has a long-distance relationship with Dave Smith, Brent Clark said. I get the distinct feeling that Charlie is trying to catch up on the schoolwork for all those couch potato nights. So, we can have one tonight, C.D. Collins said. I just get hard not to concern myself with him. Hey, I'm not even sure he cares about his own self academically, but more physically, Gerald said. 9 a.m. Eastern. Jim gives his testimony before the House Small Business Committee hearing and is quizzed by a few Democratic congressmen from Florida, Rhode Island, and Connecticut. Until Congressman Peter Simeon made a point of order. Mr. Chairman, these disparaging questions towards Mr. Hendrick, despite the fact that he's a member of our own party, is repugnant. Other than the questions from Florida, Delaware, and Texas, I move that 95% of these be stricken from the record. John LaFalle spoke up. Unfortunately, this motion is noted. The derogatory questions are stricken from the record. The motion is granted, and this hearing is adjourned. 9 a.m. Central. My sweet living room. And there, David Smith, myself, and Jennifer Bowers talk about Brent's college campaign. I told him that some friends noticed that there weren't enough campaign signs. He said he would take care of it tonight at the roller skating party. Really fire up the campaign. Brentwood, of course, walking out. Dave and Jennifer exchanged hopes that I would ask a question. 9:30 a.m. Friedrich McKay was lecturing today in public affairs because Dr. Harmon got called to present a paper in Raleigh, North Carolina. Both Jennifer and I presented the theories and our fact sheets about the relationship between public affairs and business, based on some articles we researched yesterday. 1:05 p.m. Eastern. Meanwhile, in Washington, D.C., J.R.'s father is meeting with Carol Stringer before his press conference. 2 p.m. Eastern. Jim begins his press conference where he discusses how Secretary of Commerce Ron Brown, SBA Administrator Philip Lader, and Energy Secretary Hazel O'Leary approved for some support for the small independent oil companies in North Dakota. Jim congratulates Governor Ed Schaefer for his effort in requesting such assistance from him. (2 p.m. Central). At the skating rink party, Dave Smith takes pictures of himself with Brent Clark, saying he would send her the computer with the negatives tonight to Elizabeth Marie. Elizabeth Marie had already sent him pictures of herself out by the Royal Fork Christian University fountain, wearing a yellow and blue jumpsuit. 2:30 p.m. Central. Wonder of wonders. Allison Hall, a marketing student, came to my dorm with a message from Dave Smith saying that she put up 6 campaign signs for Brent at Wall Hall, the library, the business school, the Center for Public Affairs, and the Holden Hall. Little did I know that I would get a chance to see her again 6 months later. 3 p.m. Eastern. Betsy and Jim greet Jack and Lucy Roberts in the front lounge, where they have cocktails together. The reception was an Italian feast. 6 p.m. Eastern. In the green room of the mansion, Jim and Jack Robertson talk. Clinton's giving you a hard time? Jack Robertson said. Don't feel like I can work with him and the staff half the time, Jim said. Stand up to him. Tell him who you really serve. 6 p.m. J.R. and Jennifer Bowers go to have one guys from Italy's Pizza together. He treats Jennifer with the respect she really, and the feeling that she's really needed. 7 p.m. Eastern. The reception is an Italian feast where the options such as manicotti, lasagna, spaghetti, fettuccine alfredo, along with desserts like lemon cheesecake and chocolate cheesecake. Jack would be staying with them until early Thursday morning. October 20th, when returning to Lubbock. 9:05 p.m. In the bedroom hallway, Christine tries to engage Amy Kathleen. I don't have time to talk, Christine. I was at the library until just coming home now. I want to go to bed, Amy Kathleen said. You live in this house full of Hendricks. The least thing you can do is talk to me, Christine said. I don't want to. I have to be out of the house and back at the university at 7 tomorrow morning. Good night, Amy Kathleen said. As she turns away, Christine gave a distinctive growl. Moron! 9:10 p.m. Eastern. Betsy calls Christine into the master bedroom to talk. Christine, Go easy on your cousin. She's a college freshman. She's late night studying. I'm sorry she missed the reception too. But she has a lot on her plate. She's such a dork. Don't defend her, Mom. Christine exploded and left the room. October 19th, 3:35 a.m. Eastern. In the green room of the mansion, Jim catches CBNC on TV. 5:05 a.m. Eastern. Betsy asked Jim to come see her in her home office. She gets the approval of the menu for tonight's reception with Scotty Underwood, top sirloin steak, baked potatoes, asparagus, and French vanilla souffle, soft Merlot wine. That's going to be the house drink. Centino, one of the evening tower servants, was going to be the wine steward. 5 a.m. Central. Swimming again at the Savory with the team, minus Charlie Nation, who had been up at Murray Hall in the living room on his couch potato thing, looking at the girls. Stoney Rosen was there, and he said that he was at the roller skating party yesterday, and last night he said he saw Jennifer Bowers taking pictures of Dave Smith on the phone. 7 a.m. Steak and eggs was for breakfast at the Holy Spirit Club as I sat down with Stoney Rosen and Jennifer Bowers. I got pictures, Jennifer said. David Smith was on his phone during the Brent Clark roller skating rally, and he was talking to your cousin Elizabeth Marie. Jennifer, what do you think I should do? I think you should suggest that they get married. Set them up down here in West Texas, a place in which I am not interested in settling down. I think that's between Dave and Elizabeth Marie, Sony said. I'm not sure that I don't understand why, but I know my cousin. She'll be asking to be part of a think tank in another state if I don't. 9:15 a.m. Central. During economics class, JR is having trouble concentrating. He's too busy thinking about what Jennifer Bowers told him about Dave Smith hanging out over the phone with Elizabeth Marie. 9:40 a.m. His class was dismissed early because Dr. Galworthy had a plane to catch to present at Stanford University this evening. I went outside Holden Hall and found David Smith. I know you're seeing my cousin, Elizabeth Marie, Gerald said. Genius act. You mean you don't mind? Dave said. Well, Elizabeth Marie would just leave Texas upon graduation. And when you and her laugh, she can stay in West Texas. We can get you a nice house in Baymont, plus a lobbying firm in Midland. You guys can stay close to the ranch and have a good laugh. Then it says that I'm going to call her during lunch and ask her to marry me, Deb said. 11 a.m. Central. In mass media theory class, Dean Settee lectures about setting agendas in meetings. 1 p.m. At the SBA general meeting, Jim is frustrated by the disorganization of Philip Lader. He was, however, pleased that the team had a new paralegal officer named Simon Strader, who replaced Mark Martinson, who resigned September 27th. 3 p.m. Eastern. Jim and Betsy greet Scotty Underwood for the reception. The steak dinner would take place at 7. In the meantime, Jim, Jack Robertson, and Scotty Underwood would sit in the green room drinking iced tea. 4 p.m. Central. David Smith came into the dorm asking JR for advice, saying that Elizabeth Marie wasn't ready, that she needed more time. JR said for Dave to tell her that he understands, congratulating Dave for making her to be an innocent. He asked him to call her and tell her that he understood. 5:30 p.m. Central. As JR is having yet another dinner with Jennifer Bowers, Dave calls Elizabeth Marie, and even though he'd been upset earlier about her dousing the promotion of marriage, he softly told her that he understood. Long-distance relationships really do need time. 7 p.m. Eastern. The reception that night was super amazing. Thanks for the 4-course meal being served. Everyone was having a good time. Elizabeth Marie, however, seemed to be in a sulky mood. That would change later on tonight. 7:30 p.m. Central. From my dorm, I decided to call my parents, who were finished with the reception. I had the whole family come into the living room, even though Christine was calling me a dork. And the phone conversation, well, it went a little something like this. I can get it to work. Mama, Daddy, we need to talk. Marie, was Marie nearby?
The place here, Jennifer.
Jennifer Bowers told me this morning. I happen to know that Elizabeth Marie she's seeing David Smith. Yeah, that's true. Seen the negatives come through the printer and transported into photos. He's on the phone and there's pictures sent back and forth of her in a jumpsuit suit. Something wrong with that? No. I just think I know what's going on. Elizabeth Marie, she works on her lessons, and after dinner and her homework, she rushes to our room and then that's them. I kind of hear them talking every once in a while at night when I'm not studying at the library. I know she's getting her lessons done, though. Elizabeth Marie's a conscious girl.
Please don't tell me, Gerald. You're forbidding me to date him?
No. That's wrong. That's wrong. He's a good man. I trust him.
Let me ask you something, Gerald, because I'm a bit suspicious. Are you asking me to be with him because he supports Blair Clark in your political campaigns?
I'm asking you to continue seeing him because he's smart, because he's awesome. Okay? He's just some middle class kid that needs a hand up. Miss Marie, it's your right to speak to whoever you want at night. Your cousin JR knows that.
In that case, he's asked me to marry him. I said I wasn't ready. But I'm ready to say yes. Is that all right, Jim?
You feel like it's right. You do what you need to do, okay? I'm not going to stand in your way.
Forgive me, JR. I don't know any better. You're trying to play matchmaker?
Hey, she found David Smith on her own, Mama. I had nothing to do with that. I don't even leave the things alone, you know that. You're mistaking me for somebody like Kyle. Kyle's a meddler. I'm not. You're sure you're not sticking your nose in this, son? Sure, Daddy. I can't even believe that she's going to get married. She's 21 years old, I guess. It's her right.
I don't think I ever remember her mentioning him.
Well, no problem. Just wanted to call and confirm for myself. Well, I'm going to let y'all relax and enjoy the rest of the night. I'll be calling y'all soon.
Take care, JR. I love you.
Love you too, Mama. You too, Daddy. 9:15 p.m. Eastern. Upstairs in the mansion, Jim and Betsy chat with Jack and Lucy and Scotty Underwood drink nightcaps of brandy. It had been a wonderful time, and Betsy was glad to hear from JR, although she thought he was being very peculiar, recommending that Elizabeth Marie get married to Dave Smith. Hope you enjoy listening to the J.R. Hendrick Texan Gentleman. If you like what you hear, please subscribe, become a part of the adventure. This is the James Hendrick Empowerment Network saying until next time, get ready for the rest of the story. We're going to have Power Play Part 2. Get ready.